Lamplight Audiobooks presents Tears of the Dragon by Jean Moran, narrated by Sophie Roberts. Chapter 1. Hong Kong, 1941. There was only one car on the Star Ferry, about to head away from Hong Kong to Kowloon. The vehicle was uninteresting, but the woman sitting behind the steering wheel was exceptionally good-looking, her hair dark and her features strikingly imperial. Her companion was fair, and her eyes were shining with excitement. "Rowena, I might get drunk this evening." "Pace yourself, Alice. The night is still young." "We're the only car. Did you notice that? Though that chap over there has a bicycle." Most of the foot passengers were huddled around the exit, keen to disembark as quickly as possible. The bicycle was slung over the man's shoulder. Close by, a broad-set man wearing a black tunic over Chinese-style pantaloons was leaning over the side rail, looking down into the black water, a smouldering cigarette clinging to the corner of his mouth. Rowena glanced at him briefly. She didn't care who else was on the boat. All she cared about was that she'd put some distance between the hospital where she worked in Hong Kong and a night of enjoyment. They might indeed get drunk, though she reminded herself she had to drive back. Or they might dance until dawn, exchanging lustful glances with the hordes of servicemen also heading for the lights of Kowloon. "I'm looking forward to this. Thanks for coming." "No worries. I'm looking forward to it too. In need of it, in fact. Being a nurse isn't all glamour and uniforms, you know. I dreamed of bedpans last night. Been dreaming of them all week." "You're a good nurse, Alice. We appreciate you. I'm not sure the male doctors are as appreciative as you are, Dr. Rossiter." "No need to be formal. We're not on the ward now." "It's nice to know that I'm more than a skivvy. Not all doctors are like you, Rowena." "That's because they're men. Let me tell you this as a girl from Brisbane. It could be worse. They could be Australian men." The throaty blast from the ferry's horn drowned their laughter, signalling that they were about to dock. Carefully averting his eyes from the women in the car, the man leaning over the rail took one last puff on his cigarette and threw it into the sea. Alice got out of the car with the starting handle. She gave it a turn, but it kicked back. "Give it another go," shouted Rowena. She tried again, but the same thing happened. "Blimey, it nearly took—"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?